Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I got some serious news to pass on to everybody. Yeah, what I'm about to say, oh Lord, could mean the world's disaster. It could turn your joy and laughter to tears and pain. You know love is in need of love today. Mm-mm. So don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, 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 hate's going round, it's breaking many hearts. Mm-mm. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Mm, mm, oh, 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 oh. The force of evil plans to make you its possession. And it will, if we let it, destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say, let me say that love is in need of love today. I know y'all probably wonder, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the mental house. And yes, of course, I did sing a little bit more of the song today because it's real important that we elevate the vibration of love on the planet. Y'all see what's happening, and man's inhumanity to man, man's inability to live with himself. I mean, it's always going to be something, and if we don't stop, this whole shit is going to go up. It is going to blow up. It is going to bash us. If we don't learn to live together, we are going to perish as fools. We've seen all the great empires fold. Remember Marie Antoinette? Let them eat cake. Rome, Egypt, all of the great civilizations have tumbled. The great empires. And guess what? Those empires were a lot older than the United States. We have come so far over civilizations in such a short period of time. What, 400 or 500 years? Maybe less than that. And the time that we put together the Americas, we have not learned to get along. And you know why? I don't believe that you can build a foundation on hatred and mayhem and murder and slavery and expect the outcome and the fruit that grew up out of that soil to be healthy. It don't work. If you out here putting women in jail for using drugs and infesting their bodies, the soil of their bodies with drugs and alcohol and crack, whatever, and you bring a baby up in that cesspool full of poison, you as scientists know that the expectations are not very high for that individual. In fact, you do everything you can to intercede on behalf of that child by removing him from the womb, removing the mother from society, so that she may be treated for her ailment. But who can protect America and the people of America from the diabolical bloodshed that's dripping from his heart and hands? When I looked at the Donald Trump rally, that's all I needed to see. All this white backlash. And first of all, we understand that slavery now is just by a different name, okay? The prison industrial complex is the new chattel slavery to a degree. But there is something brewing in this country that is appealing to the very low vibration of every white American, so-called American, because the Native American is who this country belongs to if you want to sit out and talk about taking your country back. Donald Trump has created an environment and an atmosphere where it just is very reminiscent to me. Excuse me. It's very reminiscent of the times I grew up in the 60s. I want to encourage everybody that's under the sound of my voice to get yourself prepared. Get yourself prepared for the things that our ancestors went through that we thought we were past. See, a lot of us got real comfortable because we got our 65 and 85-inch screen TVs, and we own our own homes, and we have beautiful children and grandchildren and cars, and we have so much more than our ancestor did. And somehow we bought into the illusion, all of us, that we were free. Even white people, poor whites, they don't get it though, because in their minds, as long as they're not a nigger, they're okay. But I'm here to beg to tell you different. There is nothing that a hillbilly has in common with Donald Trump. And in fact, if you look at an old clip that's surfacing around the internet, Donald Trump speaks, I think in the late 70s or early 80s, he speaks about doing just what he's doing right now, and how he would run under the Republican Party wing because those people are ignorant and they'll go after any type of propaganda. And if you ask me, he reminds me of George Bush. I mean, not George Bush, I'm sorry. I don't even want to discredit George Bush that way. He reminds me a lot of George Wallace. In fact, his whole spiel, the way he comes out, the way the people act, a lot of that stuff is reminiscent to when I was a child and I used to have to watch George Wallace, and then with my parents, or some crazy stuff like that. That's exactly who Donald Trump has taken his whole image and platform and idea from. Mr. Trump, I got you. I see you. You George Wallace. And the American dummies are falling for it. And all this taking my country back, and we're going to take our country back. You do not have a country. You do not have a country. Okay? And if you do not want to share the land with the people, the native sovereign people of the land, you want to relegate them to a certain uh, place. You stole people and you had them work from sun up to sundown, and then you let a group of your European cousins come in, and they were the actual immigrants, and the rest of the people are enslaved or here in some capacity. I mean, not even say the rest of them. I'm saying, but the Native American, poor Native American, he is not even thought about when you guys go to talking about wanting your country back. So I'm saying all this to say, love is in need, y'all, because either we're gonna learn to live as brothers, or we really are gonna perish as fools. There is no way in the world uh, this political pool has given you a viable candidate to even vote for, if you even believed in voting. So now what they're giving you, it's really smooth how the game is played. They give you two rats and then tell you to choose between the two. What a game. What a game. So there's a song that my brothers sing out of Detroit. The brothers whining. The whining brothers. I can't trust in a political system. World so rough that it's cold. Listen, what is it? Um, Life is sad and they're barely existing, 'cause it's the only thing right left in a wrong world. The only thing you can control in this world is you. The only politician in this world can make anything change in your life is you. The only freedom that you're going to have and expect is going to come from you. Whether it's getting the hell up out of America or whether it's indulging in her fruit, it is about you. No political party can do it for you. You will survive or not survive in spite of the political party that is in charge. I'm saying that to say, wise up. Know that if you want to take the expeditious road to extinction, keep listening to Donald Trump. However, if there's any remote inkling of possibility that we can be saved and we don't have to eat cake and we don't have to have the same fate as France and all the other great empires that fell like Rome and Egypt, then we better do a 360, because this country is going to hell in a handbasket, and I know y'all see it. Thanks for listening. I'll see y'all next time in the mental house. Bye bye.